the United States has just carried out an airstrike in eastern Syria. This is in response to missiles and drones flying over U.S. bases in Syria and even Iraq. Now, we have 900 troops in Syria. We have 2,500 troops in Iraq. And the United States is done with these Iraqi militants sending missiles and drones over their bases and shooting down a drone. This is enough. We've had 41 attacks on U.S. troops and bases over the past 22 days. Since October 17th, this is when it all started. And now we're starting to see these attacks ramp up. Just look at this. This is from CNN just today. It says U.S. carries out airstrikes in eastern Syria targeting IRGC and Iranian-backed groups' weapons storage facility. Now, I'm going to read you something in just a second, but I also want to show you a little clip here. Okay, this clip right here is just showing that attack where they're shooting down. This was an airstrike. This is what is going to happen. I've warned you guys about this for the past week or so. We are going to see additional attacks. The United States is now in the thick of this. We are now in the middle. But why? Well, here's the problem. The United States is trying to give additional assistance to Israel. They're trying to provide some relief to Gaza as well and the Palestinian people. We're seeing pro-Palestinian support, protests all over the world, and it's starting to turn into a massive problem for other countries because now people are rallying around, these certain countries, Israel and also Gaza, or the people of Gaza, and this is turning into a massive problem. Iran, who could, again, I hate to say it, but they could and they would do away with Israel. They don't want Israel. They don't need them. And so they are backing different groups. For instance, the Houthis. Now, I want to read you this, okay? And the reason I want to read you this is because President Biden and our Defense Secretary, Lloyd Austin, they are going to do whatever it takes to protect the American people, whether it's on U.S. soil or abroad. Just look at this. It says right here, this precision self-defense strike is a response to a series of attacks against U.S. personnel in Iraq and Syria by RIGC Quds force affiliates. The president has no higher priority than the safety of U.S. personnel, and he directed today's action to make clear that the United States will defend itself, its personnel, and its interests. It says the strike was conducted by 2 F-15s. Now, what you may not have heard, because there's been a lot of other reports out today and over the past couple of days, is that earlier today we had the United States issued approval for an MQ-9 Reaper to shoot down in order to get shot down over the Red Sea. And the reason why this happened is because, and it was confirmed by Houthi forces out of Yemen as well. So again, as of right now, the United States is seeing that their, again, our equipment, our defenses are being attacked. An MQ-9 Reaper being shot down over the Red Sea. Now, what you haven't heard is what has the response been for the United States. This wasn't it. This attack, this airstrike wasn't it. Now, we've also heard over the past about an hour is that there are multiple airstrikes going on, and we will get the information on that. We will get the updates as soon as they are released. As of right now, there's been no indication as to where they're at, who they're targeting. We can guess, but we don't know exactly where it's at and the locations. We're going to get those updates soon. Now, I'll provide you with an update on that once we get it. But as of right now, just understand the United States is starting to carry out these different strikes on people that are attacking our military bases and our troops. Think about that for a second. Because Iran has already warned the United States, do not get involved. Do not widen this war any further. Do not get involved in any of this stuff, or else we will pay the price. Now, the price has been fairly small because people are only being injured, not losing their lives from the U.S. perspective. In other countries, it's completely different. So the one thing I can tell you is that this is just starting to break. This news is just breaking. But I believe, and experts are telling us, this is just the beginning of a massive, massive conflict. We're not yet calling it a war, but a massive conflict. Now, I can tell you right now, other experts, especially in other countries, believe this is the start to the next world war. I know we've been saying that for the past month or so, but that's what everybody believes. That if all these little things start to really explode and develop, it's going to cause the next world war, or what we would call World War III. So, as we get more information on this, I promise I'll fill you in on all the latest news and updates. But again, this is what we know as of right now. The United States has carried out another airstrike, and this is potentially going to cause another massive, massive conflict. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.